Okay, so this is your part 2 of Macavity musical theater dance from the production Cats. So this is part 2. We'll start by doing it together again from the beginning, and then we'll go on. So just make sure you have enough room, and then I'll play the music and we'll do it together.
Macavity's a mystery cat. He's called the Hidden Paw, for he's the master criminal.
Okay, so that's the part you just did. The next part, she says, for he's the master criminal, something, something, something. So you just went step, touch, backwards, da-da, da-da. You're gonna take your right leg, so that's your back leg, the one that I've popped right now. You're going to step with your left and then lean with your right, and you're gonna bend down with your paws up here again, like a cat. So you just went da-da, da-da. You're going to step down, and you can use your paw or whatever, because it's a slow drag down, because you're a very slow, sneaky cat. It's down, and when I learned this dance, they said, my instructor said, kind of pretend that your tail is behind you, because the actors in the musical had tails, so that like when you went down and your tail was behind you, you like want to go down and then drag it up with you, almost. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of the idea. So you just went step, touch, and then you cross left, down, right, and then after you touch the ground, you just want to drag your tail up. You don't have to actually pretend that you are, but your hand kind of wants to go like this, like as if it's, a graceful little cat movement. So we'll go from the step touch part.
Cavity's a mystery cat. He's called the Hidden Paw, for he's the master criminal who can defy the law. He's the bafflement of Scotland Yard.
Okay, so then you just did that. You're gonna do the step touch backward cat arch back again, but you're really, really low this time. Like as if you're, yeah, I mean you're still a cat, but you're like, you're really sneaking. So you just went down, and like you stay there for a little bit, and I kind of popped up, so just stay there a little bit. Like I kind of forget how slow it really is. So you go down, and that's why you did more of like a workout stretching video today, because you kind of have to hold these poses. And so you go down, you hold it, you come up, however your graceful cat would, and then right away you're going to go this way with your step touches, because we were this way before. You're going this way this time. So this leg is out. You kind of step like sideways for the first one, step touch, and then you get really low. I'm gonna like have to move over here. So you went down, up, and then you can go sideways, step touch, and like you're almost touching the ground, like as if your cat was like actually arching his back on the floor. And if you want to, you can touch the ground, depending on how your cat wants to be doing your next bathing part, because that's the part that you're doing next, kind of like you did in the beginning, but it's like up to you. Like since you're down here, If you wanted to stay there from the step, touch, you could like be there acting like a cat, which is totally fine. Or if you don't want to go down as low, you can pop up right away to do your bathing. Oh my goodness, my special guest. Yeah, my special guest. An actual kitty. I know, I'm sorry. So, anyway, so you're gonna go down. You know, you can get on the ground when you're doing your cat-like movements. You have a little bit of free time to really get into your character, or you can be up doing that movement too. And it feels silly at first, like bathing yourself, but I don't know. You just have to get into your character. And it really doesn't matter what other people think, because if you are into it, if you are into your character, then other people can't like believe in your character. So it's better to just like act silly rather than showing on your face that you think it's silly, if that makes sense. So we'll start from the beginning now, and you just have a tiny bit left. That was 33 seconds, 34 seconds in. Okay, so we'll start from the beginning.
Macavity's a mystery cat. He's called the hidden paw, for he's the master criminal who can defy the law. He's the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair. For when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity's not.
So you go on. That's my cat in the background. Rory. Okay, we're gonna keep going. So, you.
For he's the master criminal who can defy the law. He's the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair. For when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity's not there.
Okay. You do a step, touch, step, kick at this point. So you just went down, and you took your time, you got back up, and you did your little step, touch, step down, you bathed a cat for a little bit, and if you're standing, you're like ready to go. If you're down here, I just go from my knee right away to step in front of myself, because you're going to want to have a strong supporting leg for when you step, because you're going to prep yourself for a kick. So I'll start on the ground because that's what I normally do, but you're going to cross you're going to cross your right leg over your left leg, and if you're standing, you would just simply go like that. So you're going to go step, touch, step, kick your right leg, kick. And this arm, this cat arm, goes up and follows it as you kick it. So one more time. Step, touch, step, kick. And then it slowly comes down. And then you have like 8 seconds. Yeah, that's the end right there. It gets faster, but that is all we are learning, even though it's a fun one. And I like this whole song, or this whole dance, which is like almost 4 minutes long. Yeah, almost 4 minutes, but it would take a while to get to that point, especially because there's a lot of acting that goes into it, and we want to learn different types of musical theater dances. So you are going to finish up with the last 5 to 10 seconds. So you went step, touch, step, kick, and then you are going to, instead of doing your step, touch again, I'm not exactly sure why they do this. It's cat movement-ish, I guess. But you are going to step, kick, and then you're going to bring the left leg to stand in front of your right leg. So if I kicked, I would bring it down in front of me, and then I just swivel so my left leg goes in front. And your hands are going to go like this with your hips. Like a cat, when it's walking, it kind of like moves its hips. I'm not really sure why that's the choreography, but it is. So you step, kick, and you just do it twice. 1, 2. And it's weird doing your hands at the same time with it, but I just think up with your hip and push away with your hands. Hello, baby. So you go up and up. Up, up. I think I have to hear the music for that last part. Okay. So, since we kind of end it like sooner than you would in the choreographed dance, or for the Broadway version, we are going to end. We can end in whatever cat pose you would like to, so it's up to you. You have 4 counts to get into that cat pose. You can either do some type of cat arches or like moves with your body, or you can do some cat bathing, with whatever your character feels like it would be doing. That's what you can do, and that's how it ends. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough, do it with music, and then you learned that 35 seconds of the cat's dance. So you start with your bathe, and you do that, and then you do your little back arch, go step, touch, step, step back, down really slowly, hold it there, start to come up, and back, and down. You're doing your bathing thing, and move, and you can, touch the floor, you can do whatever you want to in time with the music. You're going to step, touch, step, kick, down. So I'm going to back up. 1, 2, then you're going to go into your cat pose for the end. We'll try that with music, and then you can show me.
Macavity's a mystery cat. He's called the hidden paw, for he's the master criminal who can...
Okay, we're gonna have to hang on. My cat is, of course, crying right now, so I'll post one more video with us just doing it with the music.